So you guys have all heard of Creepercraft and what that server is, the survival multiplayer with my friends. Well, we started a new server, but it's not necessarily Creepercraft. It's a creative slash survival server, you can play in either one. And it's still fairly new, we've been on it for only like a few weeks, but we've built a good bit. So I'm just gonna go all over all of this, and I'll show you what this is like so far. Hopefully I can either make videos on this or maybe just tutorials in general, but I have been busy playing with a new kitten that we found on the side of the road and decided to keep. Anyway, we have a little bridge going into my base right here. Here we have a little stand, because like this area is meant to be a tourist attraction. So we have this whole area and then people here to sign in. We have our little statue here for this place. I don't know what it's necessarily called yet, but I like it. We have little rocks for just decoration, people pushing little barrels. And here is my horse stables. So here we have them. We have Chestnut, we have Blizzard, we have Shadow, and we have Silver. I'm pretty sure Shadow is like my best horse. It jumps like 4.5 blocks and is super fast. So if like look at that jump. It's just a really good horse. That's 5 blocks, right? Yeah, I can almost jump 5 blocks, which is insane. So anyway, that's my best horse. And either get it in like that, or another way. I just do that. Yeah, but all of these horses are very good. They're very fast, and that's just one with like a really high jump. That's my first one with the high jump, so I showed that one off. Out of there, we have our path leading into my hobbit hole and my well. This guy is obviously trying to use the well, but his hands are too short. Guy pushing barrel, I already said that. Over here, we have a little campfire area with 2 people roasting marshmallows on sticks. Just little storage and a little lantern. Over here, we have a crane digging out this hole. I know it's kind of weird for just chains that hooked onto a rock, but it is. I felt like this is I guess funny sight because this guy is trying to hold on, otherwise he will fall. Yeah, there is the crane there, excavating a hole just for a little decoration. Need to add something there. Here we have my tree house that I built. I got like about a week ago now. But yeah, it's very small, but it's just fun to do this sometimes. And we're just like fooling around, we go in there and do that. I don't know why, but we do. Yeah, let's go into the hobbit hole now. Jump in. The slime block. There we have my portal. Through here is the main room. So all room has some sort of functionality. This one is like an enchantment table room. We have a fishy. We have anvils in my bed. Okay, this is like the main room here. Let's go this way first. This was my villager trading hall until someone accidentally did kill all entities and all my villagers died. And I haven't replaced them yet. But yeah, over here, it's a really cool room. So we have little suits that we can put on, like so. Yeah, and then we go down here. So this is like my laboratory area. So you'd come down here, and I need to work on this more, but I have 4 potions hooked up out of the 6. So we have slow falling, we have invisibility, jump boost, and speed. So it's an automatic brewer, in which it already like repairs itself and all that stuff. But yeah, there's not that much function unless that. What do we need? We do some jump boost. Please don't mess up. But yeah, it would flow through there. It comes across and then lands. Good, not good. Sometimes it messes up, which is it's fine. But like some of these water streams are just difficult. So the way I have it lined up is that first ingredient is first and it goes down activating, so it should be fine, but sometimes it gets messed up. That's fine. So what it would do, it would brew the jump boost and then it would add the redstone, and then since I wanted to have some sort of like manual functionality, you have to pull these levers to add in more potions or let the potions go through. Once this is done, it'll show. There we go, jump boost 8 minutes, pull it down, potions get out, pull it back in, more potions are added. And there you go, that's my brewer. get back out the same way you came in, and you take off the clothes and put them back in. Alright, so next area is like a hall of fame of the previous servers. So we have our original server just represented here that you guys never got to see, but it was really cool. I'm not going to go into too much detail. I'm just going to show you all the rooms so far. The details are in the books. I'm going to show them off in a later episode probably. But if you can... Yeah. Okay, that's, I guess, what you can call the Hall of Fame. Onto the other side of the house, which starts with my storage system. That is very good English, which is starts. That's great. So it's a simple storage system. You'd grab your blocks that want to go in the correct order. You'd place it in. Lights light up as it's going in, and if it's already full, like that, it will just keep the lamp on. So there we go. We have all of our stuff there. Over here we have a super smelter and a couch. So you sit on the couch, you deposit your coal, and then whatever you want to smelt in there, you'd flick either levers you want, and then it would be sent off through there, going all the way down and back, activating the smelter. And then once it's all done, it'll be put into the side of the elevator and shot right back out at you. And I like this room quite a bit. I feel like it's nice and comfy. Over here we have my pumpkin pie making room. So in here we probably have an extremely backload of eggs. No, we're not too bad. Oh, that's a lot though. But yeah, so you would have my pumpkin farm, my sugarcane farm, which I shut off because it's a little bit laggy. So I keep it off. And then the eggs, which always runs, and yeah, it's too efficient. So sometimes I just go in here and empty out the eggs and then just let it despawn. My pumpkin farm though, well, there's a few more pumpkins. It's produced a good bit because it's very big. Why is there, yeah, so that's leading out to the Hall of Fame. I guess because I logged off as some pumpkins grew, some pumpkins stood there. That is a problem I've never seen before. Let's just pretend like that wasn't there. Okay. But yeah, that's basically this place so far. So now that my base is done, we'll go on to, I guess the shopping district will be the closest thing. Oh, the balloon. I forgot about the balloon. Yes. In here, you can go in the balloon, and you can get into this area. So basically, we're having an election just like last season. So I have that in there. My plans are represented as blocks. I'm not going to say them yet. And then click this button. You go up into a meeting room at basically the top of the map on a cloud. Then you click this, you go back down. Yep, that's my base. Coming along through. I'm going to build a welcoming center here. We have my, I guess, floating billboard for the presidential election that I built. If you hit the target block, then it'll shut off the fireworks. Let me do that right now, actually. And boop. Fireworks, wow, epic, yay. Okay. So right behind that, we have the newest build, which is another billboard. I'm not sure what this is meant to be, but it is a potion billboard. I didn't build it, but it has my color of drink on it. So, yep. Down the road here, we have my pumpkin pie shop. I didn't know how else to build it, so I just built a giant orange slime, and then Evan helped me cover it up in the buildings. A building. So this is a simple shop. What you do, you take a diamond, you place it in the barrel, and then you click the button, and then you'd get it. Alright, so now we're back. I had to leave for a second, but here we go. So I think I just ended off with here. So that's the pie shop. Coming around here, we have the mundane vending machine. We have a little sign there that I made coming across. Place diamond in there, you get mundane out of there. That's map art, and it took Evan a good bit of time. Alright, now over here we have my... I hate the name, but it's a basically bundle store. So you'd come in here, why aren't you on your little slab? So if you didn't know, this is a good times with Scar's cat, Jelly. So she's running the counter. We have my cat upstairs running the desk. Why is there a... Oh, there's stuff. Ooh. I haven't seen that yet. This is exciting. Okay. Anyway, so these are the bundles you get. Let's say we want a food box. You click the button, and then your order comes out right there, goes in the hopper, and here is your food bundle all ready to go. It's a good bit of stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna restart that in a second. I'm gonna see what happens on the second floor, because that looks really cool. So, coming up over here, we have barrels. You have iron doors leading into the vault. This is totally a diamond block. We have our Wi-Fi router for the second floor. We have more barrels. We have mundane map. I'm going to change that. And then we have security cameras. That's cool. So I hired Evan to do the second floor, so I haven't seen that yet. The third floor, why did he... Where? He did stuff. That's supposed to be an anvil there for a drink dispenser. We have parrots in this office. And then we have this over here for another office, balcony, and another Wi-Fi router there. So off to that building and into here, we have Evan's architecture store, if I'm right. Building design structures, yeah, 1 diamond block per chunk. So that's where you can place orders for architecture. The building looks quite nice. We have a chandelier, we have a table, and the building is just very cool. Over here we have just like a little cliff for decoration and a, I guess, food truck or some sort of van that is going to be selling something, which looks pretty cool. We have just like a basic temporary cemetery right there. And I think that's it for the shopping district. So, you see my base, let's head on. That's just nothing really important. It's just a fun thing to do. Let's head on over to Evan's base. Oh, what happened here? Permaseal. Huh. I'm guessing that's Flex Seal. But permanent? Because there's a story a while back, if you didn't know. My friend did a bunch of stuff with netherite blocks and called it Flex Seal and just patched up all the holes on the server, and it took a while to clean up. So I guess it's coming back, which is scary. But his base is like a Star Wars inspired, I guess, sort of ship that's crashed. That also looks, of course. I think whoever did that tried to repair it. Oh, that doesn't look normal. Over here we have lights. They're coming off that. This side's been broken off, but starting to be repaired. As you can see, that side's been broken off. And then we have this little crane in here, little campsite for him to set up for now, and this random battle bus looking thing that actually is really cool. Other front space right around here. You'd think it's a little shack. It's pretty nice. You come in here, and you've already seen probably Green's entrance. Yeah. And then this is his actual base. And he's done a little bit with the place. And yeah. I think it looks alright. Come through here, up the elevator, and out onto... He moved the lily pad. But out onto the pond. The Pacific... Okay. Onto the Pacific Pop Factory, which is the factory I built and spent a few days on. So I like this quite a bit. Apparently... What does he even need all this land for? Who needs that much land for decoration for a factory, which already has all of accessibility in there? Okay. Open the door to the Pacific Pop Factory, drops down, come through here, we have a registration desk, this is like the sign-in room, there's our little logo. We have 2 couches to sit on while waiting, and if you're a Pacific Pop member, you can take the key card, you can put it in the dropper, press the button on the dropper, it opens the door, you walk through the door, stand right here for about 3 seconds, boop, get your key card back. And now into the factory we go. We have just like the entrance room here coming out onto the actual factory itself. I knew we could just floon over, but it's cooler that way. So here we have the main building. I'll go over here first. We have a just basic storage room over here, guy hanging off. Yep, filled with our main flavor of Pacific Pop, which is cherry. We have some forklifts to move the drinks. We have workers in here piling up the drinks. You have to purchase the area of the button if you want it. Yeah. Alright. But yeah, let's carry on. So we have our ventilation system there. We have the cherries getting processed into here. We have the water getting processed into there. It gets thrown into these things, which change up the flavors into here, and that's what makes the drink. And then we have a special ingredient, a not so secret ingredient. If people want to know it, they can know it, but if they don't want to know it, they don't have to know it. It's an enchanted golden apple, which makes the drinks extremely good for you, but you can't taste it, so it's really good. To start the factory, you press this, and then to stop it, and there you go. On to here, through this door, we have our little sign. We have another forklift going to get the different flavors, and then into this room. So, open the door, closes behind us. Another ventilation thing, drink flavor trying thingy. Oh, and real quick, I'm just gonna say, I'm probably gonna make a tutorial in this door. It's one of the only doors that I know of that closes and opens like that in a, I guess, sequence. So be looking out for a tutorial on this door if you want to build it. I just ended up making it myself. If there's already a tutorial on it, then good for them. Through here we have the different drinks getting processed into the little containment things. Then they come out onto the conveyor belt. We have workers bottling it up, and then it's being sent through. That's just for decoration. The fountain and the fan. This area for more people. And then coming out through here, we have Kiwi Pacific Pop. We have Grape Galore. Just pretend the weakness isn't there. That's the only thing I could really find that looks grape, and that isn't too bad. And then we have just Diet Pacific Pop. Those are all those are all going to go into here, which are going to go onto the helicopter, which we use to ship items. So we have different crates of flavors back there. We have more people drinking it. I like this design quite a bit because it's like an airplane guy, like the guys at the airplane with the sticks, like kind of directing it. So I like that design. That guy's pointing to, I guess, wherever the shop's gonna be. Let's see. Okay. Thank you for telling me where the shop's gonna be. We have the helicopter here, which is delivering all of the boxes. We have tons of room in here. Tons of room. Tons of room. We have a guy driving the helicopter. And yeah, so that is the Pacific Pop Factory. Go. Need to purchase that land soon. Okay. So, on to the mundane factory, I guess. I just played a little prank on Evan here. I put, this is now Pacific Pop's land. I'm gonna remove it. I don't want to mess with that. So, now that's all gone. You've already seen the mundane factory. It's literally this gigantic structure. Yeah, so we have the road coming up. I've been put to the task of clearing out all of the different stones. But yeah, so we have the road coming up here. Some of the ideas he stole from me, which I'm completely fine with, because a few ideas I had were from him, so we're kind of just like bouncing off each other, which is completely fine. And here we have the main lobby room. You come behind the counters into here. Since I already got inspiration from the forklift design he had. I built one here for him because he wanted me to. We have some shelves, and then this is slightly inspired by me, but I'm just not gonna say that the rest of the time. He has a secret ingredient there, which no one can know. We have water coming in here, which is basically the main mundane. One ingredient is slime. That's being processed into the water there. One ingredient is honey. I think that's what he said. And then secret ingredient going in, getting bottled up, and then boxed up for them to carry out, for them to place in their trucks, which is what they use, and then for them to head out. That's pretty cool. We have their thingy in here, and then the different flavor room in here. Different flavors he has. We have those people bottling it up. We have vanilla mundane, we have diet mundane, we have blasting mundane, and we have mundane cherry. Soon to become a mundane cranberry for the Christmas season. And then we have all the boxes in there. Is that the full mundane factory? I think it is. Okay, now that we got those two done, what else is there to cover? Oh, okay, another. I don't know if it's gonna be, if it's still like their main base, or are they making something different, or it's their previous base. I don't know what they're doing with it, because he is something in the end now. But we have a little, I guess, another factory-ish in here that sells, what does it sell again? Like Butter's drink? Now with milk? Oh god. And then Butter's drink. We have, I guess, it said reactors, and then the bees aren't home. Okay. Yeah, we have that. I think that might be it, other than the map art there. And then, yeah. So this is our main area. That's it. If you guys enjoyed all that outro stuff, do it, please, I think, if you want to. It doesn't really matter. Anyway, yeah.